It is easy to identify what Paul Laurence Dunbar plans to discuss in his poem by reading the title Life's Tragedy. Dunbar explains that what is truly tragic is not the absence of what we want, but failing to achieve perfection. To come close to having something, or to have had it and lose it, is life's tragedy. There have been many instances where my life has almost been perfect, but then taken from me. Life's tragedy really spoke to me and reminded me that you cannot have everything that you want, and that is okay. There are much worse things that can happen, and that is all a part of life. It may be misery not to sing at all, and to go silent through the brimming day. It may be misery never to be loved, but deeper griefs than these beset the way. To sing the perfect song, and by a half tone lost the key. There the potent sorrow, there the grief, the pale, sad staring of life's tragedy. To have come near you to the perfect love, not the hot passion of untempered youth, but that which lies aside its vanity, and gives for thy trusting worship truth. This indeed is to be accursed. For if we mortals love, or if we sing, we count our joys not by what we have, but by what kept us from that perfect thing. Paul Dunbar was born in Dayton, Ohio on June 27, 1872. Dunbar was an African American whose parents were enslaved but later freed. His experience with racial inequality inspired most of his work. He was frequently made fun of at school because of his race, which was the main inspiration for life's tragedy. Dunbar was one of the first important African American poets in America. Most of his works were published in the realism period of literature. Paul Dunbar suffered from tuberculosis and died on February 9, 1906, at the age of 33. Dunbar adopts a melancholy tone through his sorrowful diction. This tone helps Dunbar convey the theme of be thankful for what you have instead of wistful for what you do not have. The first stanza of the poem discusses sad circumstances that can happen in life, but states that there is an even worse pain. In the second and third stanzas, he verbalizes the deeper griefs he has in mind. The pain and grief he is indicating is that of almost reaching perfect love, but never quite achieving it. In the last stanza, he articulates we feel pain because we are focused on what we do not have, instead of being grateful for what we do have. His overall message is to go through life being thankful for what you do have instead of always wistful for what you lack. Life's tragedy brings home a simple truth. Sometimes we lose sight of what is good by looking at what is not. By not taking pleasure in what we can do or what we try, we focus on how far from perfect the attempt was. Every now and again, that is a lesson we all need.